Hello and welcome back to a special episode of the Knits for the Soul podcast. My name is Claudia. Thank you for the feedback of the last podcast episode. It was really amazing. If you're new here, you're very welcome. This is a knitting podcast. The usual format is finished objects, works in progress, probably acquisitions, and maybe books of the knitting kind or the non-knitting kind. Well, if you're returning, well, you know the drill. I'm barely prepared, which is bad. Well, thank you for coming back. I recorded this episode 2 weeks ago, and then I didn't come around to edit it. And when I did last night, the lighting was horrible. Everything was tinged yellow. It was awful. So I decided, you know what? I take this Saturday and record this again. Which means that my stash cabinet is a total mess because after I recorded last time, it just put everything back in there very haphazardly. Sorry. Well, it's my own fault. And it's now a mess. And the last time I recorded this took an hour, and I hope I can split this up into different parts and make it shorter. So what I will do now is I'm emptying one of those cubbies each time and then talk about my yarns, because this is a stash episode. Inspired by the one Inga of Knitting Traditions did a while back. I asked her if I could steal that format for an episode of my own. She said yes, thank you. And yeah, here I am, talking to you about my stash. So the cubby you don't see at the moment because it's right on the top, holds the, rustic natural wools, all in browns and grays, and most of those I got from an online shop, a German one called Kollektion der Vielfalt. If you're following me from the beginning, or you can just go back over on my channel, I think it was 2021 in one of the first episodes, I ordered a lot of wool from their online shop. So that is it's a company that supports farmers who keep traditional sheep and try to save them from extinction. And you can buy the yarns there that are spun locally and with the local wool. So I have a lot of brown mountain sheep, Bergschaf. So this is all a DK weight. I've got 7 skeins of these. Each 100 gram skein has 200 meters, so DK. This is the natural light brown of those sheep. Let me show you the label. They ship internationally very fast, and this is not expensive, not at all. So when I ordered there, I just wanted to try every kind of sheep breed that they offered wool from, and I'm not disappointed. So this is very rustic, but after washing and blocking this, it's kind of amazing as Shetland or Gotland yarn. So this is the light brown. So I have the black mountain sheep as well. I have many skeins of that. Because this is the wool. So it's called black, but it's actually, this is blowing out, a very, very dark brown, but it's black in sheep language. So it's the same weight, the same yardage. And I'm knitting the slice sweater out of this. I don't know where it is right now, but this is not part of that episode, so this is only about the stash. So this is really, really nice. So the gauge swatch I washed and blocked. This is a really nice wool, but it is rustic. So a Bergschaft is not going to become a merino, obviously. So more yarns I got from them. They also are collaborating with Blacker Yarns. Is, for example, the Melt yarn. This is an alpine sheep combined with a Shetland sheep. This is a really cool yarn. I made a hat with this, and if I were somewhere where I could go skiing, that would be an incredible hat. For central Germany, it's way too warm. Another melt yarn is the German Karakul with Hebridean wool. I have 3 skeins of this. This is in Aran weight, and this is not dyed, so this is all the natural color. I have not decided yet what I will do with it, but I wanted to have enough. So this has 140 meters or 152 yards, and it's 100 grams. So I'm not sure what I will do with it, but that is an amazing combination of wool, so I wanted to try this. If you have suggestions for 3 skeins of Aran, then yeah, just let me know. Then I have, but this is just 1 skein, I guess, or did I knit with it already? I'm not sure. This is the alpine sheep on its own. I have 1 skein of this. It's also 200 meters in a natural light gray. And a DK weight, also in a natural brownish gray color. So also here, I don't know yet what I will do with it. And there is a Swartblas. So it's a very dark brown. I think they call it black as well. So this is from Swartblas, Ireland. And this is a 100 gram skein, also a DK weight. Not sure what this will become. This is very rustic, so but I can feel the lanolin, so this is probably also the way it's spun is very nice, very fluffy. Probably blooming a lot and softening up a lot. So let's see, but I don't know. This could be a hat. It would be enough for a hat. I don't know. I don't need so many hats. I have tons of hats. And he also gifted me a Garthaner number 2. This is a Shetland wool. Also very, very nice color. This is a 50 gram skein, 170 meters. Not sure what this will become. And from the yarn swap in 2021, I still have a hand spun yarn left. This is so pretty. I saved it. This needs to become something very special. And this is the other skein I got gifted in its swap. And I used this already in a project. And where's the other one? Oh, it's in the other cubby. And then I have 5 100 gram skeins of fingering weight organic Gotland yarn from Fiber Tales. This is going to be a sweater. I have bought every yarn Lerke offered in her updates for the past years. I've had the, was it worsted 2 skeins, and I made a collar out of it. I put a picture here. I'm living in that thing. I'm wearing it every day. For example, when I'm going for a walk with a dog. So I love this one, and the Gotland is blooming up so amazingly, and it's so soft. I love it. So, and this is a 75 Gotland and 25 Falkland merino, and this is already, it is rustic, but for me it's already super soft. I really love it. And this is going to be a sweater. This is going to be probably going to be the Flora sweater by Marjina Gowacek. Put a picture in here. Yeah. Or maybe the Agatha sweater by the Mammy Factory. Let's see. Yeah. So this is a treasure. I love this, and I really need to cast on everything and knit 24/7. The next cubby, and I'm starting right away with a Fiber Tales Gotland yarn. This is the color Charcoal, and it's a DK weight, 81% organic Gotland and 19 Falkland merino. Oh, this is blowing out a bit, but it's very dark. It's so lovely. And also, a dream. I have 4, 6, I have 8 skeins. 8 skeins of this. 8 skeins. Oh. This is so amazing. Is it amazing? I love it. So the Agatha sweater calls for a fingering weight, and the Florist cardigan also for fingering weight. So this one is a DK, but I designated it for that cardigan, actually, for the Florist. I'm not sure. I will do a gauge swatch, of course. See if that is yeah, giving me a fabric I like. But yeah, let's see. But I do have another option for a fingering weight yarn. Oops. I have 7 skeins of Hillesvåg Tinde in the color light rötlig. It's loose rötlig beige. Well, it's, I think, whatever. More in a natural fiber and rustic wool phase of my life, where I rather have like solid or semi-solid yeah, projects. Let's see. Okay, so this is the other cubby with all this goodness, and there I have 2 skeins in as well of Odin Wool's flannel. I got these 2 in the Knit Crate subscription last year. I did that a couple of months. Oops. This is the Vidalana Ascendance. This is an I-cord yarn. Also 2 skeins. I have no idea what I will do with this, especially this. Probably it's going to be a part of my I-cord blanket. So the idea behind this is by a Maxim of Max the Knitter, and my friend Stefan started I-cording with his stash, and he's knitting up a blanket with it, and I caught that bug, and I will make I-cords with sock yarn leftovers and other leftovers in fingering weight. And he's doing that on his antique sock knitting machine, and just with 4 needles. And I have this little guy. This is also with 4 needles. So these are not expensive, about 15 to 20 euros. You can buy these little I-cord makers, several places. So this is, I think, I bought this from Rico Design, because that was in an online shop where it was delivered the fastest, because I wanted to start. So I did a little I-cording and have more scraps lying around already. And let's see, I don't want to do that brioche blanket Maxim is doing and Stefan is doing. I want to knit the, oh my god, my queue on Ravelry is huge. I think I want to do the Medea blanket by We Are Knitters and do that with an I-cord as the yarn. I also really like the Moonstone Plate blanket by Alexandra Tavel. That is really awesome, but to get those really nice strips and stuff, I think I would need different yarns and not some leftover thingy. So it's probably going to be the Medea blanket, and yeah, that is a long-term project because it calls for, let me just open that. It calls for, it doesn't say, 9 skeins of wool, each skein 200 grams. It's a super bulky weight. It doesn't even say what they used as a needle size. But Stefan tried, and for his I-cord, I think he's using a 12 or 15 millimeter needle. So to get a really nice drape, you would need a big needle like that. Let's see. I have the needles, I just need to make that I-cord. Yeah, so that was the other cubby. Let's head to the next. Okay, so the next cubby holds the, undyed or natural whitish colors, colored skeins. I showed you the Odina, and I still have some Artisanal British wool in here that I carried in my shop, which I closed in 2017. So this is antique. So I have, let's see, I have 12 skeins still of this natural white undyed Artisanal British wool. So Artisanal does not exist anymore. So this is all discontinued. I still had lots of other colors I destashed in 2021, and they all have a new home. But this I kept because I love the color, and I thought there will be a time when I make something out of this. So this is 100 grams and 105 meters or 115 yards in the color cream. Yeah, so I'm still holding on to this. I had a couple of ideas, but then I thought, no, it's too white and it's going to be messed up. So this is not knit up yet, but I will find a project. If you have any suggestions for a weight like that, let me know. Yeah, so then I still have 4 skeins of Artisanal Alpaca DK in the biscuit colorway. Still no idea what I will do with it, but this is so buttery soft. This is an amazing, amazing yarn. It's really a pity that they went bankrupt. Then in that cubby is still something I have kept from my shop. I used to dye yarn as well, and apart from sock yarn, etc., I dyed on yarns I got from Pasquale, and they are just an amazing company, and their ethics are incredible. A couple of skeins of the Merino baby and fingering weight left undyed. And so this comes in very handy when I want to dye something myself. For example, I dyed a couple of yarns. I can show you in this colored cubicle for the 2022 Mystery Knit Along, what was it called? Stephen West's shawl, the Twist and Turns shawl. So I dyed a couple of colors for that on this yarn. It's really soft, it's so nice, and it's 100% wool from Portugal, and you have 220 meters on 50 grams. And for example, I dyed these that didn't get into the Twist and Turns. I have 4 of these, but I now use in my fragmentation shawl. And the other yarns I dyed are somewhere in there. Yeah, and I didn't finish the Twist and Turns. I unraveled all the clues back to what clue 1, because I couldn't bring myself to unravel clue 1. That was so much work. So I hope I can incorporate this piece somewhere else. Let's see. And I use the yarns for the fragmentation shawl now, and everything that will be left over will get into that I-cord as well, because it is fingering, but it's not a sock yarn, so I won't use it as a sock yarn because it wouldn't hold up the use as a sock. So then there is another sweater quantity of Hilleswag in that cubby, and this is the Ask in the color Mellard Les Gras. So this is a mild light gray. I love this color. When I visited my friend Margit in Norway, we went to Lillehammer, and in one of the yarn shops I bought a couple of skeins of Hilleswag yarns, and one skein of this Ask went into my Vertices Unite. Put a picture in here. Yeah. And it knit up so amazingly. I love this yarn that I wanted a sweater quantity, and my friend bought those for me, and when she came back to Germany, she brought me the Hilleswag sweater quantities, the Tinder as well as the Ask. And more I will show you in the colored cubby section. Then there are some single skeins of Finkhof Merino I have here. I have a couple of skeins of Rain Cloud and Sage Origin in there. I have a couple of those in dyed options, so that is in there. And when Inga of Knitting Traditions did her collaboration and knit along with Woolly Knit last year in autumn, I also ordered something at Woolly Knit, but I had it sent to my friend who lives in London, and she brought it back home when she visited during Christmas. So if you would like to try the woolly knit yarns, Bethany of the Well Loved Knits podcast has a collaboration with Woolly Knit this March, from right now until the end of March. Her knit along lasts until May, and she and Woolly Knit offer a 20% discount. So head on over to her podcast and go along, knit something or order yarn with a very generous 20% off. So this is a British wool 4-ply hang, and the color is Aaron Knapp. So I have two. That is a dog. He's sleeping next to me on the sofa. I wonder what he's dreaming about. So I have two skeins of these. This is so beautiful, and it's so soft. I can't wait to knit this up. So these are 400 grams and about 2,000 yards. Isn't that incredible? So yeah, amazing. So this will be my contrast color for my half and half wrap. I started that half and half wrap aeons ago in a Hilleswag yarn in turquoise. I'm going to show you. And I thought, okay, it will take a while until I reach the point where I have to have a contrasting color. And when I saw this on the Woolly Knit website, I thought, that's it. And I'm really looking forward to it. I just now have to knit the half and half wrap, the first half, and you're going to love, because I'm not far at all, but I have it. And then I bought a cone of their British wool, also 4-ply, and this is the Skidder, what is it called? Skidder Nap Brown. So I love tweedy yarns like that. So this is so, oh yeah, the Skidder Nap. Here is the label. This is so awesome. Yeah, and it is a lot as well. 2,500 yards. A lot. I need more hands to knit, and I need more time. How am I going to do this? So, and here we are with the Hilleswag Solja in the color Lys Turquoise, so it's a light turquoise. I bought this in Lillehammer for my half and half wrap, and I just showed you the Woolly Knit 4-ply wool, which is going to be the contrasting color. So I have 4 skeins of this, and my half and half wrap is at this stage since forever. Yeah, but the color is amazing, and I think it will be so lovely and so beautiful with that white speckled, well with the noopsies, with the tweedy effect together. It's going to be so nice, and it's going to be something I will definitely wear a lot, and not a black or a plain gray colors I like to gravitate to. So something that pops and something that is special. So yeah, this is a long time work in progress. I have no idea how Inga does it and has finished 3 or 4 of those already. I don't know how this is working, seriously. Yeah, well, more from that cubby, which is the colored one, are the hand-dyed skeins I had for my twist and turns. So this is the Pasquale. I have two of these. So one is currently in my fragmentation shawl project bag, as well as each one of those. Yeah, so this is, it's so nice and so soft, and together with this and more colors, yeah, that's going to be a really, really, really awesome color pop shawl. Yeah. And then I have a single skein of Malabrigo Arroyo in here. This is Arco Iris. This is so pretty. No idea what I'm going to do with it. I still have this. I also have, I forgot what the color is called, but I will put it below. This is also an Arroyo. Yeah. And this was part of a shawl, but I unraveled it because it was an unfinished, it was an UFO for 7 years, so I unraveled. For that cubby, here are the other colors of my Rain Clouds and Sage Origin, in the color Wald, Forest, and in the color, where is it? Fox, for the fox. Yeah, so, and together with a natural one, I wanted to do a cowl and hat set, but I never got around to it. So let's see, I'm not sure. I probably do something else with this, but it's a really awesome yarn. It's plant dyed. This was a special edition by Rain Cloud and Sage and Wool and Twine Fiber Studios, so these are plant dyed. And I have more Rain Cloud and Sage. I got a set of her Nord in Stone Fruit. This is so pretty. And the mini set in the corresponding colors. So probably also something, this is fingering weight, something that's going to be some color worky project. Another color work project I bought was in December when we went to Munich and we went to the Mercerie yarn shop. Sorry, there is a special video of that yarn shop tour on my channel, so check that out. And I bought a couple of stuff there, and I bought 7 colors of Rauma Garn Finol there. Let me just grab this. Here they are. My son helped picking out the colors, and I want to do the Smilla cowl I got when I bought the yarn. So they had samples there, and they were so beautiful, and I always wanted to try the Rauma. So here I am, I have this in my stash. So yeah, more time, more hands. And then I have a sweater quantity of Malabrigo Arroyo in the color greenish blue 685. So pretty. My son selected this for the cozy hubby sweater selected. So the pattern is written for the Arroyo, and because I wanted him to have something really soft, where I was sure he would wear it, and so I didn't have to calculate and stuff for the pattern if I chose a different yarn. And I just had him check an online shop where they sell the Arroyo, and here, select a color please. And he loved a couple, I think 4 different colorways, and this one was the one where they had enough skeins. Yeah. Yeah. So I should do this soonish. when I totally forgot the last yarn in that cubby. This is also a Finkhof Merino. I have, let's see, 6 skeins of this. This is also, well, this is the thin version they have of this yarn. It's 100 grams. It's a sport weight yarn. So this is a little heathered, as you see. They have a solid yellow as well, but the heathered is so beautiful. And when I bought this because I have a friend in one of the Stitchin' Bitches who knits a lot of sweaters out of that Finkhof Merino yarn, and she had such a beautiful sweater in this color. I thought, oh yeah, that is the perfect color for me. I love everything that is mustardy yellow. And ages ago I cast on a sweater. Here you see how the color looks knit up. This is so pretty. So this is a sleeve. And yeah, so this design yeah, stayed in that stage. So I don't think I will keep knitting this, but I was loath to unravel this because it's so pretty, so I just kept it as a pretty swatch. Yeah, and I have a lot, I have enough for a very nice sweater. I was thinking about the Weekender sweater by Andrea Mowry, but probably putting on the stitch pattern picture. Yeah. I also cast this on. This is in a project bag. Yeah. And yeah, I think I did the ribbing. I'm a bad knitter. I'm such a bad knitter. I want to cast on everything. So this is the last yarn in that cubby. So let me just put this back, and then we have the last one up there. So the good thing by re-recording this is I can just clean up all the mess I made the last time. So now I have my small collection of drops brushed alpaca silk in front of me. I have several colors here. What I always buy, because this is a substitute for me for kid silk, to hold double for mohairs, to hold double with other yarns. I have always the natural white, so it's color 1. I think it's cream. I always have this on hand. I don't really see this as stash, but it's like a staple I always have, as well as the black. But you can use this for all kinds of colors. So I have a couple of those skeins right now, and it's so soft. It's like a cloud. I love alpaca. I have knit with mohair. Oops. I have knit with mohair before, so it's not that I am sensitive or allergic or averse to using it. I'm just in love with this brushed alpaca silk. I think this is some kind of Suri alpaca, I think it's called. So I really love this, and my gosh. And I always have this in my stash. And when I reordered the cream color and the black color, because I need this for my slice sweater, I'm holding this together with a brown mountain sheep, with a black mountain sheep, which is dark brown. So this is giving a very nicely heathered fabric, where the wool is peeking out from this fluff, and it's so nice. I love it. I needed more skeins, and then I ordered more cream as well, And because I wanted to try out more colors in combination probably with the lighter brown mountain sheep or some other of the very rustic yarns, I ordered the color 4, which is this pretty beigey color. So this recording isn't doing this justice because it's not just beige, it has several colors in it. It's so really nice. And then the light gray, so this is number 2, the light gray. And they have a lot of grays. So, and this is, where is it? Number 3. It's I think the medium gray, because there are more grays. So next to each other they look like this. And with the beige, so you see the difference in color. This is so pretty. And I really had to try out the pink. This is, where is the number? This is number 20. It's so beautiful. I think I want to make one of the Sandnes sweaters out of this. I would have to order more, of course. Let me just get that book. Demyk Till Dame by Sandnes Garn, and I already made the Amy slip over. But I think it would be awesome to do, what is it called? The Jules Genser in this pink. That would be pretty. Yeah, let's see. I also want to do the Frankie sweater in here. And to do the Guernsey sweater. So for this, I thought maybe I can use the British wool by Artesano. I'm not sure. I think it is too heavy a wool, but I have a lot of other options I could do the Guernsey in. Yeah, so I really want to knit a couple. Gesundheit. I really want to do a couple of projects from that book. Yeah, and then because I knit the Amy slip over, I knit this in drops alpaca in the color 5565, which is an awesome color, and I held it double with the brushed alpaca silk in the color 24. Sorry. And yeah, so I still have 3.5 skeins of that color left over and 4 skeins of the alpaca. And I will order more of this color because I want to do a sweater in this on its own. Because I don't know if this is visible here. Do you see all the different flecks of color in here? It's so pretty. So you have blues and yellows and darker reds in here. It is really an awesome color, and I want to knit a sweater out of this without the brushed alpaca to tone this down. So having this on its own, it's probably really, really beautiful. Yeah, so my collection of brushed alpaca silk as a substitute for mohair yarns to hold double with others. Taylor of the Wool Needle Hands podcast had an episode lately about substitutes for when you want to do something fluffy. So I can recommend that episode. It was really informative and lovely. I think it's probably the best for American viewers because she recommends where she gets it locally for her. If you're in Europe, yeah, well, there are a lot of sources where you can just substitute, let's say, a more expensive mohair with something more affordable, or something that if you're sensitive or can't use mohair, then find something else. Yeah. And the last are 3 skeins each of unspun yarns. In December, I borrowed the Ito shawl, designed by Melody Hoffman, from my friend Margaret, and it was such an amazing piece. She knitted out of Plötulopi, and when I wore that day, I thought, oh my god, I need this shawl in my life, and I need it in a yarn like that. I looked up where to buy Plötulopi here in Germany, and then I thought, well, why not support some smaller businesses? So I purchased 3 plates of unspun 2109 by Rain Cloud and Sage in the color Cirrus. So I have 3 of those. So my friend knit the Ito with this, with the Plötulopi, single stranded, not held double with anything. It felt amazing. Well, it was, in the beginning she said it was quite a struggle to knit, to get accustomed to the unspun yarn. I'm not going into that because we all know how it works and what it does or doesn't do, so I'm just leaving that out. But it would, well, this way, I think this would pair quite well together if I find I'm not getting anywhere with hauling it single. And because I couldn't decide, I bought another 3 plates of unspun, this time from Wool and Twine Fiber Studio, in the color Rye. So, this way, so you can see the label. And this is also very, very beautiful. Also 3 plates. I could maybe pair with this. Could I pair with this? No. It should be a warm combination. But if I would pair it with a brushed alpaca silk, they have a darker beige of this. I could pair together with that. Yeah. So I just have to decide which I would like to use. And I have a couple of gray shawls. So maybe this natural brown is nice. Or I'm just knitting 2 Itos. I mean, I could do a 2-colored Ito, I guess. I'm not sure if I could swatch with both held double, because this is a warm brown and this is rather a cold gray. So holding those double probably doesn't look nice. Even if I would do some fading thing, what you actually do with the Ito, as designed by Melody Hoffman, but I don't think those 2 fit well together. And I don't mind if it's just 1 color. Yeah, I just need to cast this on. I wanted to do this already in January. Well, now we are here in March. But the next winter is coming, definitely, so yeah. I cast on 2 other shawls just because I wanted to. Yeah. I'm a bad knitter. Anyway, so that was my yarn cabinet. Oh no, it wasn't. I still have a cubicle up. A cubicle? No, you know, a cubby up there with holst yarn. I have a couple of super soft skeins in sweater quantities and also in the Noble with the cashmere content. That is the dog. Come here. Come here. Don't be shy. So, hi Evo. Say hi. You are shy now. You're making an awful lot of noise in the background, but when you're on camera, Yeah. Okay. So now, yeah, nice. Yeah. So I actually wanted just one 50-gram skein of sock yarn because I ran out of that color I needed for a sock pattern, for a sock project. And it was like when you're in a candy store or somewhere, oh my gosh, nice. So I bought those. It is enough. You have 700 meters and one on one of those 200-gram skeins. So I have 2 of each color, and just let me grab them. So I have 2 of each. The first one is by Lana Grossa. It's the Gomitolomaya in the color 853. So it's 60 wool, 40 polyester, acrylic, whatever. So and you have 200 grams and 700 meters. And I have 2, so this is enough for a sweater actually, or some slip over, or a vest or something like that. I've seen people do really nice crocheted shawls on Ravelry, and I really like this color because of the grays and the yellows and oranges. And then by Relana yarns, they have the Shiva, which is the same content, the same yardage, and I've seen something like this by Rico Design, and I'm pretty sure they're all from the same supplier, the same mill or whatever, from the same producer. Yeah, I also really like the colors here, and I checked on Ravelry before I bought them what they would look like knit up or crocheted in shawls or in garments. And yeah, let's see. It was like how do you say that, when you buy food, or you like sweets or something, or pastries, and you're actually not hungry and you don't need them, but you think so, oh, I'm so in the mood. Yeah, so this is what I got there. So, and here is my yarn cabinet, all tidied up thanks to you and re-recording this episode. Thanks to you and re-recording this episode. So, and there you see the Holst yarns I still have in my stash.